Hi, as you know, Databricks in very much demand in these days in analytics tools and in database. So we are going to learn how to work on the Databricks. So first of all, you need to go to the community.cloud.databricks.com, and on this site you need to create your account. Once you're logged in with your account, you need to create your own cluster. It will give you options to create your cluster here. Go to the cluster and create a new cluster here. So if you create a new cluster, you can type any name as you like testing. I can create a cluster with testing, and it will show you that you will receive a one driver with a 15.3 GB of memory, 2 core and 1 DBU. So if I'll set as create, then I'll create it. So it is not reflecting in this area. It will take few minutes and it will create your cluster for your work. So on that cluster you can test your SQL, Spark SQL, Scala code, Python. Okay, so just wait for a few minutes and it will be ready for your environment. It is setting up the cluster right now. It will take few minutes. You can also check the logs, libraries, Spark UI here. You can terminate this cluster anytime by clicking on this terminate, and you can restart with this option, and you can clone it as well as you can delete this cluster once you complete with your work. Usually it takes 5 to 10 minutes in setup, but it will take few more time to set up the cluster. So now you can see my cluster is set up, cluster name with testing, which is in green light, and it is status as running, and it is running a one node, one driver with a 15.3 GB of memory. So now if you go to the data, and you will see it has assigned the default database. So you have the default database here. So and your cluster configuration is this, and it is capable of running your Spark 2.4. It is running with a 2.4 Spark and Scala 2.11 and DBR, and it has 2 cores which is taken from my CPU. So these all are the tables which I have already created in this database, but I will show you how you can create your own table. Yeah, so before that, to start this, let us create a table in our database using your CSV file. So go to the browse CSV. These are the CSV file. I can take any one. I'll take this one. It is uploaded, and it is asking for 2 options: create table with UI or create the table in Notepad. If you select the Notepad option, then it will create a data frames, and it will write a Scala code over there, and then you can just create a data frame over that data sets, and you can run your query. But I'll prefer this one. I'll go to create table with UI option, and I'll select the testing cluster where you want to create, and I'll check the preview. It will ask you the table name, what you want to set up. I'll set up the table name as tech underscore table, I can say, and it will ask to set up the database for that table where you want to create, in which database you want to create this table. So I have only one default database, so I'll check by default it is selected, and it is a CSV file. And I'll say that these are the first column in the row, right? So and this is the column name, so I don't want the column name to be start with underscore CO and C1 and C2 and so on. So I'll override the first value of the row to the table column. So what I will do, there is an option, first row is an header. I'll tell the sheet that in my data, my first row is my column. So I'll check for the preview. You will see the column names for first row is at the above, in which is act as a table name, table column name, and yeah, and we can see the preview of the data. So if you want to select this as an integer value, you can select it. So you can take as well as a string as well, that's fine. So I'll create a table. Voila, your table is created. Tech table is created with the schema, and this is our sample data which is showing from the file. Okay, so table is created in the database. You can see the table will reflect in this database. Where is our table? I have created tech underscore table, which is here. You can double click on it, you will land into the same page here only. So now if I need to query on this table, then I'll select the worksheet and I'll go the worksheet. So workspace, you can go to workspace, or you can go to one thing here is like create a new notebook. There is an option. You can type a name of notebook as you like, the sample, and you are selecting what you are going to do. You are going to run query on it, so you can select SQL, or you can run it Python, or you can run it Scala. I'll go to run the SQL on the table. You can provide the cluster name. I have only one cluster running on over here, so I'll select the cluster name only, testing. I'll create it. You will land it over here with the SQL server. So now you can run the SQL commands here, like select from tech underscore table. Yeah. So if you run this cell, then you will get the output on over here. Yeah, that's how you can run your query over the Databricks tool. So that's how you can export it. Even you can download your data by clicking on it, or by checking the bar graph. You can show the bar graph quantiles over it. That's how you can prepare your data, and you also see the raw data as well. So that is how the Databricks we use to run the queries. You can also clone it, this sheet, or you can export it. There is many options over there. So that's how you can work on the Databricks. Please subscribe my channel and give us a valuable feedback. Thank you.